Hey guys, my name is Violetta Alexis. I'm a tropical astrologer and I use the whole sign house system. And today I'll be talking about the North Node in Aries with the South Node in Libra. This transit will be happening for a year and a half, where the North Node is asking us to assert ourselves, take the initiative, be the first to do something, either with our career, our family, our home life, or the way that we think, we communicate, etc. It'll be different for all of you. Make sure that you're watching for your rising sign, so keep that in mind. Okay. The South Node is going to be in Libra, and Libra can be about our partnerships, it can be about our aesthetics, it can be about people-pleasing tendencies, etc. So the South Node is asking us to let go of some of these relationships that are no longer serving us, or our people-pleasing tendencies, in order to have whatever this North Node is in Aries that we are trying to go after. So the North Node wants more of whatever sign it's in and whatever house it's in. It's like an insatiable hunger. And the South Node is about, like, basically, excuse my French, but kind of crapping out what's no longer of service or what's no longer of use to you. And it's, like I said, it's going to be different for all of you. Make sure that you're watching for your rising sign. Now, we're going to have a square between Pluto and the nodes, okay? So this is going to be a challenge or a crisis with wherever Pluto is transiting in your personal natal chart. Like I said, make sure you're checking for your rising sign to understand what that is or where it's happening. And Pluto is asking us to change, to transform, I almost want to say alleviate for some reason, whatever is going on in that house, in order to have whatever this is that we want, that we're going after in regards to the North Node in Aries, and what we need to let go of in order to propel this transformation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with Aries and then go all the way down to Pisces in astrological order. Okay, thanks a bunch and bye. All right, hello Aries and Aries rising. Welcome to your North Node in your sign. This transit is going to be happening for the next year and a half. Okay, so you're going to be having the North Node in your first house of self, who you are, even your appearance, and the South Node is going to be transiting your seventh house of open enemies, business partnerships, one-on-one relationships, intimate relationships, and you will have Pluto in the 10th house, which is going to be squaring the nodes in your first and your seventh. So what this kind of tells me is that you're having a new beginning in regards to who you are and what it is that you want. You're going to be caring a little bit less of what other people think. Not that you don't already do that, Aries. This is naturally just kind of who you are. But maybe even letting go of some partnerships that are a little outdated. You guys need to change something here in this 10th house. So there's something about your reputation that's changing. There's something about your career that's changing. But it's telling you, hey, if you want to move forward, you need to continue to change this thing about yourself, these things about yourself. You need to continue to assert yourself in the workplace, or how you're seen out in the world, and needing to let go of some partnerships that may be manipulative or, maybe that are not necessarily good for you. Be cautious of some power struggles with superiors or people in power of some sort, maybe needing to let go of manipulative partnerships or partnerships that are not allowing you to serve your purpose. So it's basically letting go of people or partnerships or romantic partnerships that are kind of maybe holding you back in a way. For some of you on an intuitive level, I'm wondering if there's going to be some people in your life from your past, or some people that come back into your life from a past life, if you believe in that kind of thing, is just kind of what I'm getting for some of you. Okay, that's not for all of you. Pluto also rules your 8th house of other people's resources, sex, death, transformation, etc. And so for some of you here, I'm wondering if once you change whatever this thing is, I'm feeling like it will positively impact your resources and the money that you're receiving from other people. Okay, but I do feel like there will be some kind of power struggles. But once you transform whatever this is in the 10th house, it's going to kind of allow you to push forward in regards to what you want, and less less about what others want. Okay. So Aries, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Good luck for the next year and a half with the North Node in your sign. Bye. All right. Hello, Taurus and Taurus rising. Welcome to your North Node in Aries. So this North Node is going to be happening in your 12th house, and it's going to be transiting your 12th house for the next year and a half. And this is all about your spirituality, your mental health, self-sabotaging behaviors, and you're going to have the South Node transiting your 6th house. So I'm kind of feeling like there are some bad habits that you're letting go of, and it's possible that it could be within relationships, work relationships, romantic relationships. I say romantic as well because Pluto is up here in the 9th house, and it's squaring the South Node, and it's also squaring the North Node. And Pluto rules your 7th house of relationships, committed partnerships, romantic relationships. I'm feeling like there are bad habits that you're letting go in regards to relationships that is going to better your mental health and your well-being. I think that for a lot of you, especially with Chiron here, that is, I don't want to say in assistance, but kind of cohabitating with the North Node in your 12th. So there's some big healing that's going on for you, and how you show up in partnerships and how you want to be in your one-on-one partnerships. There's a conflict that's kind of happening with this Pluto in your 9th. So this could be like legal battles, your higher mind, how you see the world, your philosophy, your belief system, your spiritual belief system. And I feel like there's something that is needing to change in order for you to be more mentally well. So for instance, maybe you were not really religious before, and now you're taking on some kind of religious practice that is actually helping you, show up in relationships in a different way, and letting go of some negative habits that have sabotaged your relationships in some way. Some of you are working out alone. Some of you are focusing more on creative pursuits that could actually be quite healing for you. However, Pluto is still saying, okay, you have to change this before you can just, go full head on into whatever this is. And once again, letting go of some, self-defeating habits. Possibly for some of you, you could actually be working less. Okay. You could be working less, not so focused on the mundane and the details and the day to day, and more so focused on the big picture of something. Maybe you are, doing something with a partner, but I feel like it's more so changing, your belief system is going to be changing how you show up in partnerships, or the kind of partners that you want around you. Okay. So it was an absolute pleasure, Taurus. I hope that you have a great North Node in Aries for the next year and a half, and good luck. Bye. Okay, hello, Gemini and Gemini risings. Welcome. I hope that you're doing good. So for you, Gemini risings, you have the North Node transiting your 11th house of your biggest goals, dreams, wishes, the bigger picture of what you aspire to be and what you want in your life. And it's also about communities, friendships. It could also be about social media, so keep that in mind. And then you have the South Node transiting your 5th house of, romance, creativity, children, entrepreneurship. And so there's something where you're needing to kind of initiate yourself or put yourself into groups or communities in order to maybe obtain a goal of some sort. There's a lot of healing going on in the 11th house, and maybe even around needing to assert yourself in communities, social media, or groups in order to pursue your biggest dreams and your biggest goals. There needs to be less of a focus on what does everybody think of me, or whatever, and kind of let go of this fear. You have Pluto that is squaring in your 8th house, that is squaring the North Node in your 11th, and squaring the South Node. Excuse my messy handwriting here, and it's squaring the nodes. And so there's some kind of, there could be a financial crisis, okay, keep that in mind, but it feels more psychological than anything. Pluto doesn't mind being in the 8th house. Pluto likes the 8th house. It's a natural ruler of the 8th house, so it doesn't mind being in there. But I think this is kind of you needing to not sabotage yourself because you're letting your mind get to you. You know, there's a fear of working together with groups and communities when maybe you've been used to kind of working by yourself or focusing on other things that you kind of need to let go of. Pluto does rule your sixth house of your day-to-day routine and schedule, and so I'm wondering if there's something that you're needing to change in order to pursue whatever this is. Okay, needing to change your routine in order to pursue these bigger dreams and bigger goals, or these communities, or the social media group that maybe you're a part of. Okay, so you know, try not to get too hung up on like what everybody thinks of you or what this community may think of you. There is Chiron that is also there, kind of cohabitating with the North Node in the 11th house. So maybe some healing around some friendships, communities, your biggest goals, dreams, wishes, etc. I feel like this is an opportunity for you to actually pursue something of the higher mind, something that you truly desire, or that you truly want. And so I think that you just changing your psyche in some way, or pushing through these fears that you may have in order to have whatever this is. Okay, so Gemini and Gemini risings, it was a pleasure. I wish the best of luck to you. This will be happening for the next year and a half, so keep that in mind, and good luck. Talk soon. Bye. All right, hello Cancer and Cancer risings, welcome. I hope that you're well. So you guys are going to be having this North Node in Aries. It's going to be transiting your 10th house for the next year and a half, with the South Node transiting your fourth house for the same amount of time. There's a big focus on your career, your reputation, and how you're showing up in the world. This can talk about promotions. Maybe you are getting promoted to a manager. Maybe you are launching something during this time with the 10th house here. You may be letting go of some past issues. You may be having some conflicts with family members of some sort, or even the mother, some relationships that you feel like you need to let go of, so that way you can start asserting yourself more, or maybe because you are asserting yourself more out in the world and really coming into your power, you may be causing more conflict within a home or family dynamic because of it. So if usually you've been very agreeable and very nice and blah, 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 and you haven't been very ambitious and haven't really ruffled any feathers, now this is kind of your time to ruffle feathers. Okay, so these are also happening in angular houses. So this is really going to change the trajectory of how you're showing up in the world. And remember that Pluto in the 7th house is going to be squaring the nodes in the 4th and the 10th. And so there could be, once again, some kind of conflict with family members with the 4th house, or even romantic relationships for some of you, because Pluto does rule your 5th house of romantic relationships. This could be also conflicts with children and, just people in your life. And so this is, once again, you reasserting yourself or asserting yourself out in the world. And Chiron is also there. And so there's some kind of healing and transformative process around you maybe letting go of some of these conflicts within the home, or maybe you are moving or something like that, and showing up far differently than you ever have. And so I feel like this is going to be very healing for you, taking on a more assertive approach out in the world and going after what it is that you want in regards to your career and getting it. Okay. So Cancer, thank you so much. Let me know if this resonated in the comments. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay. Hello, Leo and Leo rising. Welcome to your North Node in Aries. This transit will be happening for the next year and a half. Okay. So you guys are having this North Node that's going to be transiting your 9th house of travel, higher education, spirituality, religion, big picture, higher mind stuff. And you're going to be having the South Node transiting your 3rd house of aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, extended family, your skill set, things that you're learning, content that you're creating, and your community, your neighborhood, also your way of thinking or communicating. So for a lot of you, you are just focusing on bigger picture stuff. Maybe you are focusing more on going back to school. Maybe you are educating yourself, getting some kind of degree possibly. For a lot of you, you're going to want to travel. And I don't mean like You want to, go to the neighborhood bar and you want to go there. You want to go to the next town over and have a good time with your sister. No. I mean, you want to go to like a foreign place, or you want to go maybe out of your comfort zone a little bit. Some of you, I'm wondering if you're having some kind of squabbles in regards to your extended family, maybe having issues with a aunt, uncle, cousin, sibling, etc. Or maybe letting go of a way that you've been thinking that's not really serving you anymore. Less focused on the details of things and the mundane, with Pluto squaring the nodes, which we'll get to in just a second, but more so focusing on, okay, what do I truly believe, like, at the end of the day? What is my higher philosophy? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? For some of you, the ninth house can also represent like marriage. Okay, so for some of you that could be happening, but if that's not the case, obviously, no, don't do that. Some of you could be meeting like a guru of some kind, especially if you do go on a trip. That could end up being very healing for you, considering that Chiron is also there kind of cohabitating with the North Node in the ninth house. Now, like I said, we're going to come back to this with Pluto squaring the nodes in the ninth and Pluto squaring the South Node in the third. There's something that's getting in the way. It feels like you're trying to go back to school, or you're trying to travel, or you're trying to maybe focus on this new religious or spiritual belief, or there's something that you're going after in that regard, but it feels like maybe work is getting in the way. Pluto does rule your fourth house. So I'm wondering, for some of you, if there is a job that you still, that we all got bills, right? So if there's a job that you still need to pursue, that you need to keep going after, maybe there's something that you're needing to change. Maybe you're needing to change where maybe you're working from home and you can bring your work with you on a trip, okay? Or maybe there's some kind of negative habits within the home or with relatives of some sort that need to change in order for you to really focus on this ninth house stuff. So, Pluto tries to take, Pluto tries to take your time, it tries to take your energy, it tries to take from you. And so whatever's going on in the sixth house in regards to pets, bad habits, health, work, etc., there's something that you have to change in regards to that for you to be able to focus on this higher mind stuff. And so I feel like that's what you're going to do. Big focus on travel this year, possibly, and kind of letting go of for some of you, you could be moving as well. Keep that in mind. Even for some of you, maybe moving abroad. Okay. So, Leo, good luck to you. I wish you the best. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope that everything works out. Bye. All right, hello Virgo and Virgo risings. Welcome to your North Node in Aries. So the North Node is now in Aries. The South Node is now in Libra. Okay, so this is going to be lasting for a year and a half. Okay, so with the North Node in the 8th house, this is death, taxes. Not saying a death is going to happen. Okay, it could be a metaphorical death. Okay, so keep that in mind. This could be about other people's resources, inheritance, taxes, debts, etc. So for some of you, you could be paying off a debt. You could be letting go of an old stream of income or the way that you were making money to be able to pair up with an intimate or a business partner to somehow combine resources to make something happen for yourself, possibly from a creative standpoint with Pluto in the 5th house. Pluto also rules your 3rd house of extended family, writing, podcasts, content that you're creating, the way that you think, the way that you're communicating. And so it seems like a lot of you are more so focused on you and somebody else and combining resources of some sort, maybe in order to create some form of content, or maybe you guys are doing something creative, because the 5th house is entrepreneurship. And so maybe you and a partner are maybe creating a business together for some of you. Okay. Maybe it could be something to do with writing. Okay. Or podcasting, like I said. And so it feels like for some of you, it could also be about children. Children may be kind of putting the pressure on you in regards to your resources, and you and a partner are kind of trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to do this, or how are we going to pay for this of some sort. It could also be a sense of, less fun and more, I don't want to say work, but definitely a big focus more so on like financial things. Okay. I'm not saying that you are going to have less fun in your life. Absolutely. Like have a blast, but it feels more so like there's something that's kind of taking away your fun, because there's a big focus and an insatiable desire in the 8th house to focus on other people's resources. Like I said, you guys could be paying off a debt. For some of you, there could be a death where you receive an inheritance. Okay. But I don't want to freak you out. That's not going to be for everybody. That's a very rare case. Okay. But this could also be, children really taking a lot from you in regards to money, or putting pressure on you in regards to some kind of partnership that you have. Okay. Anything else? Sorry, I don't mean to smack my gum, you guys. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I feel like there's a bigger focus on you and a partner, or you and a business partner, or other people's resources, as opposed to the money that you're used to making and the way that you're used to making it. Okay. So thank you so much, Virgo and Virgo risings. I hope that this resonated with you, or you got something out of it. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. And also, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Good luck, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. All right. Hello, Libra and Libra risings. Welcome to your North Node in Aries. This is going to be happening for the next year and a half. So by the time you see this video, the North Node will already be in Aries, which is going to be in your 7th house of clients, one-on-one partnerships, whether that's business, romantic, intimate, etc. You also have had Chiron there for quite a while as well. So a lot of healing around relationships and how you're relating to other people. You have the South Node. Now, this is really big to me, because these are angular houses, and so it's going to affect the rest of your life, okay? And so what you choose to do with this time is going to be very imperative for you. The South Node is transiting your 1st house of self, your physical body, your identity, who you are naturally, and even the way that you look. And so a lot of you are having a bigger focus on clients, building new clients, building new partnerships. You may meet a very significant partner at this time, or if you're already in a committed relationship, there may be a bigger focus on that. But the thing is that you are changing you, who you are, how you're showing up, and what you look like. Now, these are outdated things that are no longer serving you, okay? So if you've been wearing the same wardrobe for 15 years, that's changing, okay? If you are still showing up with these people-pleasing tendencies, and you just, you're giving up you to sacrificing yourself and your own personal needs in order to appease other people, I feel like that's going away. Just because there is a focus on other people does not mean that you're not focusing on yourself. It's actually quite the contrary. And so I also feel like, because with the this nodal square, these squares to Pluto with the nodes, there's something in your 4th house. There's something in regards to your family or your home life that is changing. For some of you, you could actually be making money in the home, because Pluto does rule your 2nd house of income. It also rules your values. There are some values in regards to what you expect in your home life, and the values that you have held could also be changing. Could be changing from, because the 4th house is also about our past. And so I feel like there's something changing in that regard. And I feel like there's something going on in the home that is really putting pressure on you to assert yourself in regards to these partnerships a lot more. You are letting go of this old like people-pleasing tendency, or whatever these things were, how you were showing up that wasn't really serving you, or allowing you to be taken advantage of, or whatever the case is. And now that's changing, and I do feel like you are asserting yourself more and focusing more on asserting yourself and building relationships through the Aries magnifying glass, or through the Aries lens, not magnifying glass. For some of you, just a side note, you could be getting into real estate, the 2nd house and the 4th house, because Pluto does rule your 2nd house. So for some of you, you could be buying or selling a home. You could be actually getting into real estate where you're investing in real estate, or you're actually becoming a realtor. Okay. That's just for some of you. That's not for all of you. And this is really about letting go of this old relationship to yourself that isn't really serving you, especially in regards to your partnerships anymore. And this is about you asserting yourself, in your partnerships, so that way you can have a more peaceful home life. Things from the past, the way that you've carried yourself, I think are changing as well. And so I really feel like this is about what you value, about what makes you feel good, and what's going to make you feel more comfortable by getting out of your comfort zone and asserting yourself a little bit more within your partnerships. Okay, I feel like this is going to be very healing for you. Okay. So thank you so much, Libra. It was a pleasure. Make sure that you like and subscribe and comment in the comment section if this resonated. And I hope that everything works out for you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Excuse me. Hello, Scorpio and Scorpio risings. Welcome to your North Node in Aries. This transit will be happening for the next year and a half. You guys just had the South Node transiting your first house. So there was a lot about letting go of you, okay, and things about you, and changing maybe even your appearance and the way that you're showing up. So now you have the South Node transiting your 12th house. You have the North Node transiting your 6th house. The North Node, there's going to be, in the 6th house, there's going to be a big focus on your health, your physical body. There's going to be a big focus on work as well, creating a routine or some kind of work schedule or workout schedule that's going to be conducive to your overall health and well-being. You're letting go of a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors, things that freak you out, stress you out, and mental issues. Okay, we all got them, right? Now, remember, there's going to be a square with Pluto here and the nodes. And so there's something that's going to be changing, or something about you, because Pluto is your chart ruler. So Pluto rules you. So whatever Pluto is doing is kind of like what you're doing, right? And so there's a lot about you needing to change your mindset in order to let go of these self-sabotaging behaviors, procrastination, whatever it may be, and changing your mindset to, I don't know, maybe you want to get up at 5:30 in the morning every day, and you want to work out, and you want to work out 5 days a week, and then you want to make it to work at so-and-so time. And so whatever it is, there's something in regards to your mindset that is changing for you, about you, and you're doing it. And so for some of you, there could be an issues around a vehicle or a car, so keep that in mind, or some issues around some aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, some extended relatives, in regards to whatever this is. But it feels more like your mindset, or the way that you're communicating, is really going to help you with your self-sabotaging behaviors, or this new schedule that you may be implementing for you specifically. And not only that, I just want to say, obviously Mars is not going to stay in Virgo forever, but right now when you see this video, Mars is also in Virgo. So Mars is also what you are doing. And so there may be, because Virgo is all about health and wellness, etc., there may already be a huge focus on this. Maybe for some of you, you're working out with friends, etc. So because it's in the 11th house. But anyway, Scorpio, it was an absolute pleasure. Oh, and I want to say one last thing. Chiron in the 6th house, big healing here in regards to your schedule and the routine that you're keeping, or the new, with the North Node there, the new schedule that you are initiating with North Node in Aries, Chiron in Aries, that is actually going to be very healing towards your identity and who you are. Okay, so Scorpio, thank you so much. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, make sure that you comment. I would love to hear if this resonated for you in the comment section. Love you bunchies, and have a good one. Good luck. Bye. All right. Hello, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Welcome. By the time that you guys see this video, the North Node will already be in Aries. Okay. So for my Sag risings, the North Node is going to be transiting your 5th house of children, fun, gambling, entrepreneurship, creativity, creative self-expression, how you express yourself, fun, romance. There's going to be a big focus on that for the next year and a half. Now, you have the South Node transiting your 11th house in Libra. So this could be your relationship to your bigger goals and your bigger dreams, maybe needing to pursue something a little bit more from a creative standpoint and let go of something that you thought that you wanted in your relationship to that. Maybe because you wanted a bigger dream or a goal just to please other people or please somebody else. For some of you, this is you realizing that in order to have more fun in your life, or in order to express yourself in the way that you want, or maybe there's a big focus on children, maybe you're having children, there's something that you're doing that's very healing for you, and I suggest if it is healing, then I highly suggest pursuing that. But you may be feeling like, okay, I really need to reevaluate, or I really need to let go of this community that I'm a part of. It no longer serves me, or I need to let go of this dream that I thought I wanted, or this bigger goal that I thought I wanted, when I need to be focusing more so on my creativity, my self-expression, what I want as an individual or children. Now, you do have Pluto, and there's this square between the nodes and Pluto here in the 11th and the 5th, and Pluto being in the 2nd. So I'm wondering if there's a bit of a, I don't want to say a financial crisis and like freak you out, but maybe the way that you're spending money, or maybe for some of you, maybe you were spending a lot of money on your bigger goals, dreams, etc. And now you're like, yeah, that doesn't really resonate with me anymore, or that's not really serving me. That goal isn't really serving me anymore because I'm really trying to focus on my children, or I'm trying to focus on more romance and creativity. And I kind of need to stop spending money in this area of my life, so that way I can invest more money in my children, invest more money in a business that I'm wanting to start. For some of you, you really are changing, or possibly even removing maybe some kind of self-sabotaging behaviors in regards to your finances, because Pluto rules your 12th house. And so when we see the 12th house, there can be self-sabotaging behaviors. Well, in regards to what? Well, with Pluto in your 2nd, in regards to money. Okay. Maybe for some of you, you're finally getting ready to change your values around or needing to change your values in regards to friendships or communities that you're a part of. Are they there for your highest good? Are your friends there for your highest good? Is this community that you're a part of there for your highest good? And it's like, if no, then you need to rethink your relationship in regards to that. So that way you can put more of a focus on these things and needing to let go of these friendships or communities or bigger goal or bigger dreams that are no longer serving you. There also could be something here that is draining your finances a bit. You may also be needing to come up with more creative ways to maybe make money, or better ways that you can spend money that can be better utilized to this focus on the 5th house, on creating a business, on your children, on a kid. On more fun, on more romance, or whatever the case is. And that may even, assist in your mental health in some way, okay, with that 12th house, with Pluto ruling your 12th house, okay? All right, so Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, it was a pleasure. Let me know if this resonated within the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe as well, and the best of luck to you. Bye. All right. Hello, Capricorn and Capricorn risings. I hope that you guys are doing well. By the time that you see this video, the North Node will already be in Aries in your 4th house. So the North Node in the 4th house, this is about your home, your family, your relationship to your mother, even your past, and the home that you live in, okay? The South Node is going to be transiting, or currently is transiting, your 10th house. So to me, this is you putting more of a focus on your home and your family life, or maybe building that for yourself. Maybe you're trying to start a family. Maybe you're trying to move. Maybe you are just focusing more so on what it is that's healing for you, because Chiron is cohabitating with the North Node in the 4th house. What it is that makes you feel more comfortable, possibly even healing some past wounds in regards to your childhood, okay? Now, whatever this is that you're focusing on in the 4th house, your home, family, private life, it's going to automatically take from your career life and your reputation. There's going to be less of a focus on how you're showing up in the world, less focus on your career. Does this mean that you're going to get fired? No. Okay. Does it mean that you're just going to quit? Maybe for some of you, okay. But for a lot of you, there's just less of a focus on that specifically. Now, you have to remember that Pluto and the nodes are going to be squaring, okay? So there's some kind of pressure for you to change something about you. And Pluto naturally rules your 11th house of groups and communities that you're a part of, also your biggest goals and your biggest dreams, your biggest wishes. And so I'm wondering if there's something that you need to change about you in order to have this bigger goal or bigger dream, but it seems to be more so a goal or a dream around your fourth house. For some of you, you are moving. Like I said, there could be a goal to kind of like move, but there's something about you that has to change in order for you to have this. I want to say, your relationship just to work in general is also changing, okay? There could be some kind of power struggles at work as well, and your relationships to people at work and your relationships to people within the home, or your relationship even to your home, really, or you going out and getting whatever this is in regards to your home. Like I said, big changes for you, Capricorn. I mean, you guys have had Pluto in your first house since 2008. So I know that you guys are just so tired and it's going to be okay. But there are some big transformations that are happening in regards to you. So that way you can focus more on your family and your home life, or possibly even building a family if that is what you want. So, Capricorn, these are angular houses, so keep that in mind. I mean, whatever is, especially with that Pluto in your first, is just going to trickle down the rest of your chart. And so there are some serious changes around this time. And Saturn still being in Pisces in your third house. I definitely feel like for some of you, there's going to be some moves. Saturn is you, okay? So wherever Saturn is going, that's kind of what you're doing. So I'm feeling like this could be a move of some sort as well, or a big focus on family, extended family, your past, etc. Okay. So Capricorn, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe as well. It was a pleasure, and good luck to you. Bye. All right, hello Aquarius and Aquarius rising. By the time you see this, the North Node will be in Aries, and it will be transiting your third house, and this will be a 1.5 year long transit, okay? So the North Node in Aries is going to be in your third house. So this is about aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, but this is also about your mindset, how you're communicating. This could be about writing, podcasting, journaling, and there's going to be a big focus on that as well, and also more of a focus on what's going on in your local community as opposed to what's going on out in the world from a broader sense. With the South Node in the 9th house, for some of you in Libra, you could be letting go of your relationship to someone who was a guru to you, okay? Or there could be something changing in regards to you and somebody who was like a teacher to you. You could have been a teacher to somebody else. And so you may be kind of letting go of that as well. And with that North Node in your third house, there's more of a focus on what you want and what you think, and maybe something that you're trying to learn. And so with these squares that's happening between Pluto and the nodes, with Pluto transiting your 12th house, there could be things that are going on in regards to your sleep, schedule, maybe some nightmares, okay, for some of you, not for all of you, okay, but maybe some nightmares. There may be a sense of you maybe needing to or wanting to focus more so on creativity. The 12th house can kind of represent creativity. And so I'm wondering for some of you, if you are actually doing something in your private time or behind the scenes, something that you're changing in regards to creativity, or something that maybe you're creating. That could be something like a writing project that could actually be quite healing for you. The 12th house is about healing. The third house has Chiron in it right now. And so I feel like there's something going on that you're doing behind the scenes where you are taking that and you are putting it on paper, or you're putting it on a podcast, or you're journaling about it, or maybe you're making a song, okay? I think that with Pluto, Pluto's in your 12th, and Pluto rules your 10th house of your career and your reputation and how you're operating out in the world. And so there may be some inner worries or some fears. Be careful of any self-sabotaging behaviors when it comes to your career. Because you're wanting to spend so much time alone and focus on healing and like maybe a writing project or something like that, there may be a fear of sabotaging your career in some way. Okay. And so my suggestion to you is focus on this third house. Focus on this third house. Focus on the way that you're communicating, asserting yourself in conversation. What do you want? How do you think? And how you are communicating with other people in a more assertive manner may end up being very healing to you, especially if you feel like you have been the teacher for many people before, or you feel like there's been somebody who's kind of drained your energy in some way where you felt like you were teaching that person, or maybe you are letting go of a guru and you are focusing more so on you and teaching yourself something with North Node and Aries in the third. Okay. So thank you so much, Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Make sure that you comment in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Make sure that you also like and subscribe. And I hope that everything works out for you. Bye. All right. Hello, Pisces and Pisces rising. Welcome. By the time that you see this, the North Node will already be in Aries, and it's going to be in your second house, with the South Node being in your 8th house. So the North Node in the second house, this is all about you building yourself up. This is about you making the money, finding a new stream of income, creating a new stream of income, because the North Node is in Aries, so you could actually be the one that's initiating this in some way. This is really about you building or climbing the ladder in some way and initiating this yourself. With that South Node in the 8th house, there's going to be less of a focus on other people's money. You know, using credit cards, relying more so on government assistance, or relying on a partner even. Okay, and so there could be some kind of conflicts with that a little bit. Now, we do have Pluto, the North Node, the South Node, and they are squaring. Pluto. Okay. So Pluto is in your 11th house of your biggest goals and dreams. And I'm wondering if there's something that you're needing to change in regards to your dreams and your biggest goals in order to facilitate this new stream of income. You know, Pluto also represents your 9th house. And so it's like the way that you're thinking, are you thinking big enough? You know, you're needing to kind of change something about how you're thinking about your biggest goals and your biggest dreams and your biggest wishes in order to facilitate this new stream of income, which I feel like is going to be very healing for you. And so the North Node, with the North Node being in the second house, this is also about your values, you know, and your potential, or what it is that you're prioritizing. And so I think that once you start kind of prioritizing the money that you're making, and what it is that you want and what it is that you're going after and the money that you're making, I feel like this is going to almost like build up your self-value or heal that sense of self-worth and that self-value for you. But I highly recommend focusing on the money that you're making, relying less on a partner, relying less on government assistance, or relying less on your credit cards. Cut them up. No, I'm just joking. Okay, I'm not saying do that. Do what you feel is best. But definitely needing to kind of let go of that and change the way that you're thinking in regards to your biggest goals and biggest dreams. And I almost want to say, like, think bigger. Think bigger, and then ground those big ideas and those bigger goals and dreams, and take the proper steps and the proper action in order to make this happen for yourself. For some of you, you're also needing to change some type of community that you're a part of, or change your friend group, so that way you can put more of a focus on the money that you're making and your goals. Okay. So Pisces, it was an absolute pleasure. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and I wish you the best of luck. Thanks. Bye.